Okay, I'm about to put my cap and gown on for the first time since I graduated over a year ago. Oh, I'm so nervous. Oh my goodness. I feel like this is a lot longer than I remember. I don't know. Okay, here we go. Ah! Oh, this already feels so weird. Like I'm putting this on and I'm remembering doing this like over a year ago and just being like so nervous and so excited. Oh, oh my goodness. I feel very official. Yes, I am graduated. I am a college graduate. Oh God. Front. Okay. This is not very. Okay, there we go. Ah! Guys, look at it. Oh my God. Ah! Oh my God, this is crazy. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today's video. As you can see, I'm all dressed up in my graduation garb. I feel really weird. Like, I feel really emotional, and I'm like a naturally emotional person, but this is like a whole nother level of emotional, and I haven't worn all of this literally since the day I walked across the stage, so I'm like kind of freaking out a little bit inside, in a good way of course, and also just kind of really like sentimental. So in today's video, I want to talk about the top 10 things I've learned since graduating that could help you in the real world. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I've learned, and honestly, above all, I kind of find this one to be, I don't want to say the most important, because they're all really important, and I'm too indecisive, but this one honestly will make or break everything else in your life. And it is simply be happy. Find happiness in the little things. Find happiness in getting to get a takeout pizza after work, getting to see some friends at Tuesday for some trivia, which leads me to the second thing, which is find hobbies and things to do outside of work. This can be joining a club, taking a class, this could be learning how to sew, this could be training for a marathon. Like literally it can be whatever you want, but find something to do outside of work because you need personal goals to reach toward, or else, again, back to number one, you're not gonna be happy. Number 3, find some friends to hang out with outside of work. I'm still struggling with this one because it's really hard to meet people outside of school. Like you're not forced to meet people anymore like you were in school, and it's hard because everyone like does their 9 to 5 most of the time, and then they come home, they kind of retreat to their apartment and do their own stuff. Getting that personal one-on-one connection with someone else every now and then is honestly really important. Find friends through doing classes, through joining clubs, through going to new places, picking up a new sport, whatever it may be. So number 4 is learn how to get along with your coworkers. Because you spend time with these people for 40 plus hours a week, and you really want to learn how to interact with them. Because just like school projects, you're either working with people you get along with, you don't get along with, like those are kind of the only 2 options. But when it comes to coworkers, like you have to work with these people to do a job. So all I'm saying is you're around these people a lot. So if someone's doing something that's bothering you, or you don't like working with someone, make sure you kind of come to that conclusion and work things out before it starts to make you unhappy. So number 5 is relevant to some people, but not everyone. But if you're like me, you have student loan debt, so you are trying to pay loans. And that 6-month grace period is really nice, but it comes by real quick, and you have to pay the loans, your rent, your food, your gas, car, insurance, bills, like phone, everything just adds up. This is like huge because it's something that you're probably already doing and you just shouldn't change. Stick to your college budget. Okay, everyone has a different college budget, but when I was in college, I went out with friends, but I tried not to go out too much. I didn't really take too many trips because I wanted to save up money. Once you start living more luxuriously, to put it, once you graduate, it's really, really hard to go back. like to living on a college budget. I'm not saying get ramen every single night and like never go out, but don't start treating yourself too much until those loans are over, and then you can just do whatever you want with your money now. So number 6 is kind of similar to number 5, but it's different. It is. So number 6 is you don't need the fanciest blank. You don't need the fanciest apartment. You don't need the fanciest car. You don't need the fanciest phone. Just because you're graduated and you have a job doesn't mean you need to be like, ooh, spend all my money, get all this fancy stuff now that I can. Like, definitely treat yourself because that's gonna make you happy. It's gonna give you a goal to work forward to. But right out of school, you probably weren't living in the fanciest apartment either because they're all college apartments. And you don't need to immediately go for like the hotel style apartment. Start somewhere smaller, start somewhere cheaper, and that way you can save more money and still be comfortable. Number 7 is also one of the really big things I've learned because it checks off a lot of the boxes of the things I've already said, which is very simply learn to cook. You don't have to be a fancy chef. You don't need to be like making Food Network, Gordon Ramsay style, like elaborate dishes, okay? That would be really cool if you could. Shout out to you if you could do that. Please come over and make me dinner. Learning to cook is so much fun because, like, first off, you're saving money. You can also control how much you're eating. You can cook and make leftovers so then you have lunch. And on top of that, if you live with someone or invite friends over, you have an event, just cook because, I mean, everyone has to eat. Biggest thing is it's kind of like its own hobby, right? Like, you can always improve. You always need to eat. Like, it's not like eating will become irrelevant. Foreseeable future, humans need food to survive. That's something you can always work toward and see your progression and get better at. Number 8, take time for yourself. Take a personal day from work every once in a while. Spend the weekend exploring a new area or just a new part of your city. Go travel if that's what you want to do. If not, like, stay home and work on your personal projects. Like, everyone needs me time. And actually, my best friend and I were just talking about this the other day. You don't realize how much me time you need until you've been working for a few months and you're like, wow, I just feel really burnt out and tired. Like, you need to focus on you. And I'll go back to number 1. It will make you happy in the end. Number 9 is exercise, which some people love, some people hate. But you need to do it. Try to get a standing desk, walk to work if you can. Take a break every hour to walk around your building. Like, you just need to get moving. Releases endorphins, it makes you happy, it becomes not only a personal hobby and something to do, but you can reach a goal and work towards something. You can even meet new people if you do like run clubs or join a softball league or something like that. Like, it gives you something to look forward to. And finally, number 10. Understand that change is okay. I'm honestly still trying to come to terms with this. When you graduate, things are different. They're different in a good way, they're different in a bad way, they're different in a scary way, they're different in a nervous way. Like, they're different in every single way, but that's what's so exciting about entering the real world. You know, like, yeah, it's scary. You're completely on your own. You have to pay your own bills. You have to go to work for 40 hours a week. You have to figure your life out. That's okay. There's gonna be scary times. There's gonna be really fun times. Life is all just figuring it out every day, no matter how many days have passed by. And I just can't stress enough that change is okay, and you just need to acknowledge it. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, these are just like 10 things I've learned, and I know I do the standard graduate, get a job, work 40 hours a week. I know not everyone does that. So I'm sorry, that's kind of what this was geared toward a little bit. Honestly, all these things are super important no matter what job you have, what hours you work, what you do with yourself after graduation. Like, all these things are just really important to being a person and growing and being happy with yourself. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and let me know down in the comments what makes you happy and what you've learned since graduating. I'd love to hear it. Thanks so much, guys. Bye!